So you felt that something was happening since Trayvon Martin was murdered.
I felt it. I
So
felt it.
Black Lives Matter
Mm-hmm.
emerged out of that murder, out of that
Mm-hmm.
horrific murder of that boy, that
Mm-hmm.
17-year-old, by that racist,
Mm-hmm.
awful human being.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting up air quotes around human being. What did you feel? Because
Mm.
for you,
Yeah.
and we were all like, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't in Florida. I didn't
Yeah.
know the Martin family. I didn't know
For
Sabrina
me,
Fulton.
it was interesting because I feel like, it makes sense. My mother, only son, only sisters, you start to see why she behaves the way she behaves,
Your
no matter
mom.
how old you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling you, sometimes it's annoying, but you understand why now, right? Anything could happen, no matter who you are, as history has
No matter
shown.
how good you are,
No
no matter
matter.
how
You
smart
could
you
be
are.
LeBron, come home, and they still write nigga on your house. Excuse my French, right? It doesn't matter. This is what they do. So it's what people do. So for me, it really just helped me understand that, okay, there's an energy here, right? Because like Einstein said, and Einstein even said it. He said racism is not a problem. The black races is the white races, right? He was teaching in
Einstein
HBCUs.
talked about.
Yes,
Well, he
Einstein.
was a slight racist. He had
Listen,
some greasy things to say about black
I
people.
understand all that. Gandhi did too, but
Gandhi
they
definitely had
all
some
did.
greasy things to
They
say
all
about
did.
Africans. Yes.
Listen, but everybody has flaws, right? Martin Luther King used to cheat on his wife, right? So my thing is,
Why y'all bring that up,
because I
Kojo?
just
Okay.
understand
All right,
humans are
Kojo.
humans, right? But it's about essentially understanding the ethos of what he was saying. And what he was saying was racism is not our issue. It's not a black racist issue, right? We don't have a problem, right? It's an issue with the superior race. And so,
Superior, not better.
again, I said air quotes, right? Air quotes.
Yeah.
So, one thing that for me this showed was that the energy cannot be, as he said, created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. So what I really felt at that point was that was at the height of this energy that just was questioning our identity, questioning basically that
Our value,
identity.
like, what does it?
But identity encompasses all that. What do you believe, your belief system, your value system? And so now that I do these things in Ghana, I notice that that's what people are looking for. That's what people find when they come to an Africa, wherever it is, and they see a place where you get off the plane. And Jay Morrison, when he came to Ghana, his first video was, I think he was, he basically was acting like he's about to kiss the dirt because that's how he felt, right? He literally felt as though I'm here now, right?
I'm home.
I'm home. You get out the air. I mean, the heat hits you,
And it's
and
different.
it's
It's a different heat.
different, and you just feel.
It's warm.
There you go.
It's because it's heat, but it's warm like a blanket,
It's like a
not
hug.
piercing. Like,
It's like
yeah,
someone hugs you.
right. It's moist. It's
There you go.
warm. It's
And so that's what I noticed was shifting back then, where the energy was just now at a place where people are questioning who are we when you can just be, and this is what started to happen. Right? People saying if you can just be walking home and you get shot, what is life, right? Why? Like you quite people started to question as a black man. I said to myself, yeah, what does this mean if you can be in a suit, you can be literally turning around to avoid a situation and still get killed? Where am I safe? Then you start asking where? If movie theaters aren't safe, right? School massacres, where do I go? Right? Where can I find freedom? Where can I find peace? Right? And for me, I found it there. Despite the chaos, despite the inefficiencies, the open gutters, the corruption, there's nothing like waking up in a country where I know what's inevitable. These young people are gonna become older and get married and have kids. They're gonna need skills, and they're gonna need someone to teach them the skills, right? And so, understanding that and understanding how we play into that, I said to myself, we need to create an ecosystem where kids in the Bronx understand kids in Nima. Nima is the hood in Accra, right? It's the same thing. And what happened was I started to then remember and come across people who were doing things like that. High school programs where they're getting funding to bring kids from the Bronx, a whole class of kids to South Africa, right? And kids sleeping in Mandela's jail cell. And my homegirl telling me, yeah, the kid that was the biggest knucklehead, he changed. He's talking about he wants to start a business now. He understands and sees how even in South Africa, the people that clean and serve look like him, and he wants to change that. It took him going outside of his hood to see that. Not saying he couldn't have seen that anywhere else, but it's nothing like being in a place where people, the majority, look like you, feel like you know, music, rhythm. You go out at night to the clubs and they're playing the music that you listen to. Then they're playing the Afro beats, right? And then it's just the feeling of welcome, right? But at the same time, to be very candid, after a while, it gets repetitive because there's not much to do. It's not New York City, right? So that's where there's opportunity.
opportunity.
You mentioned the beaches. The beaches in Accra are filthy, right? Because it's a city. So imagine New York City and there's a beach right here. It's gonna be dirty. But if you understand history, there's beaches outside of Accra because the entire Ghana is on the coastline. So if you go to the western region, central region, beautiful untouched beaches,
Untouched.
untouched. Some haven't even been discovered. These people, I'll send you a new Wall Street article, Wall Street Journal article about a Manhattan banker that found a secluded beach in Ghana, and so he moved there. There you go, right? These are things that more people in the global majority, because of all the challenges, most of us don't travel. I get that, but we can start to really connect even here.
How much is property there?
It depends, and that's another thing, right? There's no real system.
So there's just whatever I ask for.
Yeah,
I can ask for whatever.
literally.
There's no market.
The market
Is
doesn't.
whatever. It doesn't
still
have
being
any
formed.
rules.
It's still literally there's you have patches of land. Airport is the new prime area, right? Because it's by the airport, so people are building there. So land is like $1 million, but then around airport, there's really no real infrastructure, like highways and hospitals. So you question why is this?
Why is it $1 million?
It's because people know that Ghana's 62 years old, and when Ghana's 100, someone's gonna build the infrastructure around this hospital. So imagine if in 1602 someone was like, Rockefeller Center is worth $2 billion. You'd be like, no, but if the person knew that now it's worth that, you would pay for that. That's what people are doing there, where the people that own know that it's inevitable that development will happen, and they own the land, so they will charge you what they foresee. And that's also the challenge because the system isn't really formalized, at least in Ghana. So you have the chiefs that still give land, and then the land's commissioned by the government. So even with that, what's happening is there's a lot of systems being formed now. There's entrepreneurs coming up.
Can I buy
systems.
land as an American in Ghana?
There's loopholes around everything.
Look, because it's corruption. You can
I'm going to keep it 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm
there's
just
loopholes
saying.
around everything. You can.
All right.
You're not
you do have dual citizenship, Kojo?
I don't.
Okay.
I do not have.
So
dual
you're an
citizenship.
American.
I'm American
with
citizen.
a Ghanaian Shri?
Tree.
Say it again.
A tree.
A tree?
Tree.
Tree.
You're like CH, like CHWEE.
All right.
So tree.
Tree.
There we go.
Okay, I did that.
There we go.
All right. And in South Africa, it's the
Kosa.
Kosa.
Yeah.
Something like
Zulu
that.
Kosa.
Man, all right. So we got some work to do and some
we're getting
opportunities to mine. And I appreciate this
there.
relationship.
We get it. I'm seeing it because it's now like Boris came and then they explored, and now you're starting to hear conversations about people talking about what they do. So it's happening, but the first step is getting there.
All right.
It's getting there.
So December.
We're gonna have a good time.
Okay.
Tony might be there again.
Coming again.
Listen, they had an
because it feels good.
They had an amazing time. I mean, I'll show you some pictures I took with them.
Okay.
So Rosario and a business partner, Abrima, had like cocktails and shopping. So
Cory Booker's girlfriend?
Yeah, Rosario has a business out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. On that note, all right, I'm a mess. Don't you worry about me. God's not through with me yet. I got issues. All right. Thanks for being here.